All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to another Talking and Grubbing live stream. How's everybody doing today? Staying safe and healthy through this coronavirus. As you know, Ohio and the rest of America is trying to get back on its feet. But, we working on trying to, reopen things slowly but surely. So I hope everybody's doing good. How was y'all day? My day was good. And I'm glad y'all here joining me. As you come, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't make it your last. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. Make sure you click all so you don't miss any new videos or upcoming live streams from me. And, excuse me. And also, make sure you tell your family and friends about this channel so they can come on in and watch these videos and live streams. All right, tonight we are here to preview the 2020 Cleveland Browns schedule. Yes, the schedule is being released tonight, and I'm excited. Can't wait. Now, they said that the NFL did the scheduling to give every team flexibility just in case they have to shorten the season due to the fact that, we haven't fully heard this pandemic. But I'm still excited. They plan on doing a 16-game schedule. And here are the opponents for just the opponents. These aren't the dates. The home games will be against Houston, Indianapolis, the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Las Vegas Raiders. Accidentally clicked off the picture. Okay, let me start again. Okay, now this year the Cleveland Browns have played their AFC North opponents, the Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati Bengals twice, home and away. But this year they're playing the AFC South and the NFC East. Now here are the home games. They're against the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Las Vegas Raiders, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Redskins, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. Now the road games are going to be against Cowboys Jaguars, New York Giants, and the New York Jets. That's the third place AFC East team. Both of those are on the road. So OBJ will be going back to the Meadowlands twice this year instead of once like he did last year. The Tennessee Titans, and of course, the road games against the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers. Like I said, I'm excited for this schedule to come out. I know y'all excited too. So chime into the comments and tell me which games you're excited for this upcoming season. Now, far as primetime games, I don't think the Browns will get a Sunday night football game, but I do expect them to at least get a couple of Monday night games and a Thursday night game. I think if the Browns have a successful season and they're in contention later on in the season, I definitely think they would get flexed into a game. Say, purpose of conversation, round week 13, week 14, there's a big matchup between the Browns and the Ravens, that has playoff implications. I could definitely see, that game being flexed. Or say if the Browns and Texans are playing later on in the season, say around November or so, I could definitely see that game in Cleveland being flexed if the Browns are in playoff contention. But I don't expect to see them get a Sunday night game this year. I could be wrong. Who knows? We don't know the schedule yet. We're going to find out in at least, under 30 minutes. But I am excited to see what the schedule makers pull out for the Browns. And in the meantime, I'm about to grub on some of this Velvet Buckeye Classic ice cream. Felt this was appropriate for the occasion here tonight. Make sure y'all see that. Okay. Y'all got a better glimpse of that. It's actually my first time trying this ice cream. It's actually good. Like I said, what games are you guys waiting to see this upcoming season? Now, for me, definitely, definitely anxious to see the Cowboys game. That's an exciting matchup right there. You got, Dak, Baker, Zeke, Nick Chubb, OBJ, Amari Cooper, DeMarcus Lawrence, Myles Garrett. So, that's a great matchup. Early on, there were rumors saying that this could be a Thanksgiving game, but I highly doubt it. I wish it was, because it would be something different instead of giving us the damn Lions every Thanksgiving. But you never know. Like I said, this will be a very good matchup, a star-studded matchup. Also, I'm anxious to see the Redskins game here in Cleveland. We have a couple former Buckeyes and Dwayne Haskins and Chase Young coming to the land. This will be Dwayne's first full year as a starter, Chase Young's rookie year. So I want to see how the Browns O-line is going to handle the young Chase Young. And see how Baker handles Chase Young. Put that ice cream down for a minute. Another matchup I'm anxious to see is the Philadelphia Eagles. You got Baker, Carson Wentz going at it. That's if Carson Wentz stays healthy. That'll be a good matchup. I can see this game being a Monday night game. Or even a Thursday night game. Another game I'm excited for is the Giants game in New York. Now, last year, OBJ went back to the Meadowlands playing the Jets. This year, he's going back to face his old team. That's a storyline in itself. Also, you got young QBs in Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, young running backs in Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley. Excuse me. Also, you got Jabril Peppers facing his old team. Then we'll see if Myles Garrett can get to Daniel Jones. And I'm betting that this Giants game will definitely be a primetime game. I would if I were a betting man, I would think that would be a Monday night game. Because Monday Night Football, they're all about the storylines. So, surprised if the Giants game was on Monday Night Football early in the season. Excuse me, but I could be wrong. Now, the AFC North games that I'm looking forward to. Definitely looking forward to the Bengals games. You know, you got Joe Burrow, coming in his rookie year, Ohio native, playing basically for his hometown team as he grew up about a couple of hours away from Cincinnati. Him and Baker Mayfield are going to go at it in both of these games when they go to Cleveland and Cincinnati, respectively. So he's going to try to break the rookie touchdown record that was set by Mayfield a couple seasons ago. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And of course, the Browns and Ravens, these last couple of years with Lamar and Baker have been classic back and forth. Last year, the Browns split against the Ravens. They went up to Baltimore and shellacked the Ravens. Then the Ravens got their payback on the Browns week 16, beating them here. So that's always fun to watch Baker and Lamar go at it. Another AFC North battle I'm interested in is the first game against the Browns and the Steelers. Now, as we all know, last year, at the end of the Thursday night matchup between the Steelers, excuse me, Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph got into a huge scuffle where it ended up Myles Garrett taking Mason Rudolph's helmet, hitting him upside the head, and it ended up costing Myles Garrett the rest of the season. So that first game is definitely going to be interesting, especially if it's in Pittsburgh, because that'll be, Myles Garrett's first time playing in Pittsburgh since the season before last, because he didn't play in the second game against the Steelers, and they definitely going to boo him every time he, gets a sack on Big Ben or whoever the starting quarterback is. As a matter of fact, let's get into Myles Garrett right quick. And now Myles Garrett made the claim that Mason Rudolph called him the N-word. Now, in my personal opinion, I believe him. A lot of people don't. But I believe that it was said. And also before the whole, Myles Garrett ended up striking Mason Rudolph upside the head with his helmet, he was tugging on Garrett's helmet as well. But you know what? In my opinion, I don't think Myles Garrett had anything to gain by lying, because before this whole, before Myles Garrett made his claim even came out, Myles Garrett's reputation was tarnished, well, a little bit because of this incident. People definitely had a certain perception of him, even if he didn't make this claim. So every football stadium he goes to this season, if he gets a sack on their quarterback, guess what? He is going to be booed mercifully. They are going to constantly boo. Matter of fact, that man's going to even be booed once he steps out of the tunnel with the Browns. And if that first game against the Steelers is in Pittsburgh, oh man, they are going to be all over Myles Garrett all game long. So it's going to be very interesting how Myles Garrett handles that. But I think he's going to handle it pretty well. I think this is a one-time thing, and it should not affect the rest of his career. But also another game that I definitely want to see also, the Texas game. Now, as we all know, Bill O'Brien, in a dumb move during the offseason, traded star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals for David Johnson and another pick. So I'm definitely interested to see how Deshaun is going to adjust without having his go-to receiver, on the field. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins. So, yep, that's definitely going to be interesting to see. And plus, if they were going to make that move, shouldn't they got another receiver? They get a running back that's injury prone. But soon enough, we are going to find out what the 2020 season, regular season schedule holds for the Browns. So as soon as I get word on the official schedule, I will read off the games to you. But right now, according to Twitter, the rumor is that the Browns will be starting week 1 at Baltimore. Like I said, it's just a rumor right now. Nothing official. All right. But these are the games I'm looking forward to. Let me know which games you're looking forward to. Leave it in the chat. Wow. According to Twitter, it's saying that the Browns would face the Giants week 15. Wow. If that's true, then that doesn't make sense. That would be a-hole backwards. You would think that they would put the Giants more earlier in the season, not later on. I'm looking at some Giants podcast, well, Giants related Twitter pages, and they're announcing this. But if it's official, then that's just bizarre. But the NFL said that they wanted to give the schedule more flexibility this year, just in case, they're not able to complete the season or they have to pandemic. Now we do know that the season is starting September 10th, and that'll be that Thursday. The primetime games I do see for the Browns, well, possible primetime games, I could definitely see the Giants. I can see the Tech. Well, I can definitely see the Cowboys. If not prime time, at least the Fox game of the week. One of the Ravens games, either in Cleveland or Baltimore. That would be right for a Monday night or a Thursday night game. The Steelers, especially especially they put it back here in Cleveland with the way, the game ended last year. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it back on Thursday night again. Also, the Bengals, that would be a wild card. Baker and Joe Burrow going at it. Two young QBs. But we are definitely going to find out soon enough the official 2020 schedule for the Cleveland Browns. And I'm definitely excited to see what this schedule holds. Like I said, we're about to find out within the next 4 minutes. Of the official 2020 schedule. Y'all can definitely come on into the chat and tell me what games you're interested in seeing. You know, what's your dream scenario? And what's the matchup that you definitely are looking forward to? And also, from what I'm hearing, is that they may do either do the non-conference games first, or well, no, they're not going to do them first. They're going to do them more later on. So, girl. But man, I'm just so excited for this live stream. I mean, for this schedule to be released. Now, they usually release it in April, you know, before a little bit before the NFL draft, but they had to do it later this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. And they weren't sure if they were going to do a full 16 games. There was also reports that the NFL may had to cut it down to either 12 or 14 games, but they decided to do the whole 16 just in case they have to start a little bit later, like say late September, early October, due to this coronavirus pandemic. So it's going to be very interesting if the NFL season kicks off in time for 2020. But if the NFL would have to, say, limit the season due to the fact that they couldn't start on time, what do you think they should do? Thoughts in the chat. What do you think the NFL should do if that, if push came to shove? Would you want them to cut out certain, start the non-conference opponents early? I mean, the non-division opponents early, and then backlog the schedule with division opponents? Or do you want them to have more of an even schedule? I want to know your comments here in the chat. I'm seeing people coming into the live stream. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, if this is your first time here to the channel, welcome. Don't make it your last. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell and click all so you don't miss any new videos or upcoming live streams from me. And I'm here with me tonight. as we all come to find out the official 2020 schedule for the Cleveland Browns. I've been looking for this for the last few months. I've been looking forward to it. And also, according to reports, the Browns' strength of schedule, they said that they have the top 5 easiest schedule this season compared to last season. This year, they only play 5 teams that were in the playoffs last year. They played the Ravens twice. Then they play the Ravens twice, the Texans, the Eagles, the Titans. Y'all gotta excuse me. Okay, play the Ravens twice, the Eagles, the Titans, and okay, make sure I get this right. Yeah, they play the Ravens twice, the Texans, and the Eagles and Titans. Those are only teams that the Browns play that were, because man, that NFC West last year, that's a gauntlet to go through. Three team, 3 teams made the play. Well, excuse me, 2 teams made the playoffs, and the Rams came very close to making the playoffs, but they ended up, you know, bottoming out. Excuse me, by the end of the season. But still, that is a man. That's a gauntlet to go through in the NFC. I mean, the NFC West. NFC East, man. NFC East is it's up and well to me it's kind of like average. You know, one year is the Cowboys, next year's the Eagles. Well, it hasn't been the Giants in a minute. Okay, so I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns. They just the official 2020 schedule. I'm about to give it to you all the matchups. This is according to the Cleveland Browns official Twitter page. All right, so here we go. Okay, week 1, the Browns are on the road against the defending AFC North champion, Baltimore Ravens. Week 2, as the Bengals visit the Browns. Then Chase Young, Dwayne Haskins, 2 former Buckeyes, come to the land as the Redskins take on the Browns at First Energy Stadium. Week 4, the Browns travel to Jerry World to take on the Cowboys. Then they're back home week 5 against the Colts. Then they go on the road week 6 against the Steelers. That's going to be very hostile. Week 7, the Browns travel to the Bengals. Week 8, the Las Vegas Raiders come to Cleveland. Okay, the Browns are on a bye week 9. Week 10, the Texans make a visit to the land. Deshaun Watson and company. Then Carson Wentz and company. Carson Wentz and company make a visit week 11 as the Browns take on the Eagles. Then the Browns travel down to Florida to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then they make another trip to Music City in Nashville to take on the Titans. Then the Ravens make their visit here to Cleveland. Week 15, OBJ. Well, dang, with 2 straight weeks, OBJ will be at home in the Meadowlands. At first, week 15, he goes against his former team, the Giants. Then the Browns take on the Jets, and the Browns finish the regular season at home, week 17, against the Steelers. Wow, man, the NFL definitely backlog the Browns schedule with the AFC North. In a way, that's kind of good, because in previous seasons, the NFL backlog, division opponents close to the end of the season, so the rest of the season could be meaningful. So actually, this is kind of better. It does give the Browns some flexibility. A lot of this, they're starting with the AFC North up front instead of having to deal with it, all later. So the first 7 weeks is filled with the AFC North. Some at home, some mostly on the road with the Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and then again with the Bengals. With the Bengals on the road. Now, I know some Browns fans feel like they got slighted by the NFL, but if you want to become a great team or an elite team in the NFL, this is what it's all about. You can't expect to have an easy a cupcake route. Okay, now just got to find out what time. The game time schedules. The game times. Excuse me. We got the official schedule. Now just got to find out the times. I'm looking for those now. The only thing is I don't like the back-to-back games in New York. That's kind of idiotic. So the Browns only get 2 primetime games this year. They get one, the Bengals in Cleveland, played on the NFL Network, and they get a Monday night matchup against the Baltimore Ravens in Cleveland on December 14th. That's week 14. But they do get a late game. Rivers is coming to town. So that's going to be the CBS time because that goes into the evening. So we got the schedule all set. And also, I thought the Cowboys game would at least made a good 4:30 game, in my opinion. Hold on. Please do not tell me the Lions is getting a primetime spot on NBC. If that's the case, oh, wow. That would be ridiculous. Plus, I'm tired. And plus, most people are tired of seeing the daggone Lions play on Thanksgiving. Like, man, give something new. Okay, so what are y'all thoughts on the 2020 Cleveland Browns schedule? Leave it in the chat. Okay, now I usually don't play the schedule game like that because you just never know who might win what games. You look at the schedule, you think it's an easy win, but then then that team gets beat. But then you look at another game as a tough, and that team ends up winning that game. So, if I do that, I'm gonna definitely get somebody else on this schedule game with me. So you might be seeing a live stream on that soon. But yes, I will be live streaming some of these games during the 2020 season. Can't wait. Definitely excited. Finally glad that the schedule is out now. We're going to have dinner and Sunday night football coming back this year. Season 2. Definitely can't wait for that. I know y'all tired. I know y'all don't want to see my big head. Okay, I'm gonna be on here for a few more. So, you know, the NFL said that they were going to give teams flexibility within the schedule. I think they did a nice job of doing that. And I do like that the Browns are kind of getting the AFC North on the front end of the schedule instead of the more of the back end of the schedule. Like they done in seasons past. So that way, by the end of the season, it won't be as hard or as taxing. You know, because in previous seasons, they had to play the AFC North 6 times within 6-7 week period. This year, they only get to play them 3 times to end the season. So definitely like that. And also the dates are subject to change just in case the NFL can't do the full 16 games due to the fact that we have incurred this COVID-19 pandemic. So in a way, this is just I'll call it the working schedule right now for the 2020 season for the Browns. But if this were to pan out, gonna be this is gonna be a fun season. Can't wait to see how they do under Kevin Stefanski in his first year as head coach. To see what he's gonna bring to the table. So I think it's definitely gonna be fun. But I gotta get out of here, y'all. Thanks for joining me here on this live stream for the Cleveland Browns 2020 schedule release. You know, if you watch the playback, you can leave your comment. You can leave your predictions in the comment section about how many games you think they'll win. You know, do you like the schedule? Do you hate the fact that do you feel the NFL screwed the Browns over? Leave it all in the chat. Leave it all in the comment section if you watch this playback. Once again, I thank y'all for just being on here. Definitely appreciate y'all just joining me. Also, if this is your first time here on the channel, welcome. Just don't make your last. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. Click all so you don't miss any new videos or upcoming live streams from me. I thank all my loyal subscribers for supporting me. Definitely appreciate y'all support. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. But I got definitely enjoyed doing this schedule release here with you guys. Definitely can't wait till this 2020 season kicks off. Hopefully it kicks off on time. But if it doesn't, hey, I'll still be here. But until then, till next time, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. QC out. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay healthy.